Be me, 26 years old, graphic designer making about $78,000 yearly. Been dating my girlfriend Rebecca for almost 3 years. Relationship was good, moved in together about 7 months back. I pay the entire rent because I earn way more than her $28,000 barista salary. Also, cover most utilities and bills she chips in for food and some smaller expenses. Seemed like a fair arrangement. Thought we were working toward something real. Then, around a month ago, everything changed. The physical side of our relationship just vanished. Not a slow decline, like someone cut the power. We used to be pretty connected in that way. Suddenly, she always has an excuse. Too stressed from work. Not feeling well. Just not in the mood. I am not some creep who pushes. But it felt weird, too sudden. Then other things started adding up. Noticed she would shift around uncomfortably when sitting. Grimacing like something hurt, started taking these marathon showers. Like 40 minutes to an hour. She used to be in and out in 10 minutes. Bathroom trips became constant during movies. She would get up every 15 minutes. When I asked if she was okay, she would bite my head off. I am fine. Stop being so clingy. New products started appearing in our bathroom. Special ointments, medicated wipes, prescription-level stuff. Asked her about it once. She mumbled something about a urinary tract infection, but that was like 3 weeks ago. Products kept multiplying. Her phone behavior changed too. Always glued to it now. Tilting the screen away whenever I came near, smiling at texts in a way she never smiled at me anymore. Caught her messaging and she would slam the screen off. Maybe it is work stress. Maybe I am overthinking. But my instincts kept screaming at me. One evening, about 2.5 weeks into the dead bedroom situation, I tried to be affectionate, nothing aggressive, just the way we used to be. She jerked away like I had shocked her. I already told you I am not interested. Why are you being so pushy? We had not been intimate in over 2 weeks. I backed off right away. But that word stuck in my brain. Was I actually being pushy? Or was something else happening here? Started doubting myself. Maybe this is just what long-term relationships become. Maybe the spark dies and you just deal with it. Maybe I need to lower my expectations, but the physical symptoms were undeniable. The discomfort was obvious. The timing was too perfect. Intimacy stops right when physical symptoms start. Something was wrong. I just could not prove anything yet. Kept thinking about it. Even though we were not intimate now, we had been before this drought started. What if something happened before she started refusing? What if she is showing symptoms now from something earlier? What if I am already exposed to whatever this is? I scheduled an appointment with my doctor. Dr. Martinez requested a full sexually transmitted disease screening. Not because I was sure I had something more for peace of mind. That is what I told myself. Appointment was standard until Dr. Martinez started the usual questions. Any new sexual partners in the past 6 months? No. Same girlfriend for nearly 3 years. Is your partner showing any symptoms you are aware of? I hesitated. Do I say something? Will I sound paranoid? Actually? Yes. She seems physically uncomfortable, and she has been completely avoiding intimacy. Dr. Martinez's face shifted. Still professional, but more serious now. Has she been tested recently? I have no idea. I have not asked. You should have that conversation. If she is displaying symptoms and simultaneously avoiding physical contact, that is concerning for both of your health. Drive home was torture. Sat in the parking lot for 30 minutes. How do I even approach this, hey babe? My doctor thinks you might have a sexually transmitted disease. She will explode. But if something is actually wrong, Do I not have a right to know we live together? We share everything. This affects me too. I practiced it in my head the whole drive home. Kept my tone calm, clinical. Made it about us, not accusations. Still felt like I was lighting a fuse. Waited until she seemed calm. She was on her phone on the couch. I sat next to her. Hey, so I had my physical today. Just routine checkup stuff. They ran a full panel. STD screening, blood work, everything. She glanced up from her phone. Okay. I was thinking maybe we should both get tested together. Just to be safe, just to rule everything out. The change was instant. Her whole face went from calm to rage. Are you fucking kidding me right now? What? I am just saying, it is the responsible thing to do. You think I am cheating. You think I am disgusting. Rebecca, that is not what I am saying. If you do not trust me, just fucking leave. This is so disrespectful. After everything I do for you, this is how you treat me. She got up, stormed into the bedroom, slammed the door so hard a shelf rattled. I just stood there in the living room, completely stunned. That was not the reaction of someone with nothing to hide. A normal person would just get tested, clear the air. It is simple. Unless there is something to hide. 4 days later, Dr. Martinez's office called. Results were in. Everything came back negative, completely clean. Relief washed over me first. Thank God. But then, sitting there holding the printed results, a darker thought crept in. If I am totally clean, and we were supposedly exclusive, and she is clearly showing symptoms, and she absolutely refuses to get tested. The numbers were not adding up. I am not usually someone who snoops. Never have been. I trusted her. But I am also the one paying full rent. Plus, most other costs. We set up a joint account for shared expenses bills, groceries, dates, household things, Sunday night. Doing my usual monthly budget review. Something catches my eye. Marriott Courtyard, downtown, $214. We live 20 minutes from downtown. Why would she need a hotel room? I stared at that charge for 10 full minutes. We talked about saving for a wedding. She would complain about credit card debt. Meanwhile, she is dropping over $200 on a hotel when we live 20 minutes away. The nerve actually made me laugh, this hollow, bitter sound I did not recognize. I scrolled further. Lyft rides. $53 to an address across town I do not recognize. Timestamp says 2 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. She works from home on Tuesdays. Venmo payments started appearing. Coffee date. $38 to someone named Marcus L. Thanks for everything with a heart emoji. $25 to Tyler B. My hands were shaking as I started taking screenshots. Walgreens Pharmacy. $48. I checked the date. It is a Saturday. 2.5 weeks ago, she told me she went to the grocery store. I pulled up our grocery store rewards card statement. No purchase that day. I went back through 2.5 months of records. The pattern was devastating. 3 different hotel charges, all local. Plan B emergency contraception purchases. $50 each. 4 separate times restaurants I have never been to with her. More Venmo payments to names I do not know. All with flirty messages. Lyft rides to parts of town she has no business being in, total spending on whatever this is. $2,847.63. In 2.5 months. Basically, my money. Since I cover rent and most bills, I created a private cloud folder, started organizing everything by date. Screenshots, transaction records. I was methodical about it, even though my chest felt like it was collapsing 3 nights later. She is in the shower. Her tablet is on the couch, connected to her cloud account. so her messages pop up as alerts. I am not trying to snoop, the notification just appears right in front of me. Marcus, cannot wait for Friday night. Been thinking about you all day. My stomach dropped. I grabbed my phone and photographed the screen. Another notification comes through. Tyler, last weekend was incredible. Your boyfriend has no idea what he is missing. I felt like I was going to throw up. I sat there, tablet in front of me, bathroom door closed, shower running. I could open her messages, read everything, but do I even need to at this point? The evidence is already overwhelming. Multiple guys, hotels, Plan B pills, which means unprotected sex, the symptoms she has been having. Her explosive refusal to get tested. Holy shit. How long has this been going on? Marcus? Who? Tyler? Who? Over the next week, I did not confront. I am not stupid. I kept documenting. More messages appeared on the tablet. I photographed every one. I calculated exact totals from the bank account, $2,847.63 over 2.5 months of affairs. Thursday afternoon. She is at her coffee shop job. I am home with a legitimate migraine. I know what I am about to do crosses a line, but I am way past caring about privacy. When she potentially exposed me to diseases and drained thousands from our joint account. I went through her dresser bottom drawer, under old sweaters, a folded paper from a women's clinic, patient Rebecca Chen, test date 5 weeks ago. Results positive gonorrhea treatment prescribed ceftriaxone injection plus azithromycin. Follow-up recommended. Retest in 2 weeks. She knew. She fucking knew. 5 weeks ago, she tested positive we were still having sex 5 weeks ago. Barely. But we were. She got diagnosed, got treated, and never said a word. Never suggested I get tested, just stopped sleeping with me. And hoped I would not notice or ask questions. I sat on our bedroom floor holding this paper. Something broke inside me. This is not suspicion anymore. This is proof. She cheated with multiple people, got infected, got treated in secret. And when I asked her to get tested together, she called me disrespectful, made me feel like I was controlling and paranoid. I photographed the test results, added them to the evidence folder, called my doctor's office immediately. It is Thursday evening, but I left a detailed message explaining everything. We had sex up until about 6 weeks ago. She tested positive 5 weeks ago. Got treated, and I had no idea. The nurse called back within 30 minutes. You need to come in tomorrow morning, first appointment. Try not to panic. Gonorrhea is treatable, and your initial screening was negative, which is encouraging. But given the timeline we need to monitor you closely, that night was hell. I could not sleep, could not eat. I am sitting on proof of betrayal. While simultaneously terrified, I might be infected every time I looked at her across the apartment. I wanted to scream, but I held it together. Document everything. Prepare. I did not confront her right away. First, I called Dr. Martinez's office back, explained the full situation to the nurse, found out my partner had gonorrhea 5 weeks ago. We had contact before her diagnosis. What do I do? The nurse was professional, but firm. Absolutely no sexual contact with her going forward. You will need retesting at specific intervals. Even though your initial results were negative, there are window periods where infections do not show immediately. Based on your timeline, if she was treated 5 weeks ago, and you have not had contact since, you are probably in the clear. But we need to monitor you, probably in the clear. Those words felt like oxygen. I also called my friend who works in law. He told me to record any confrontation. Legal in our state, with one-party consent. and document everything thoroughly. If she is bold enough to do all this, she might be unstable enough to make false claims when cornered. Protect yourself. Friday morning. She is in a good mood, singing in the kitchen, making breakfast. It feels disgusting knowing what I know. My phone is recording in my pocket. My laptop sits open on the kitchen table. Evidence folder pulled up. Rebecca, we need to talk. She sees my face, sees the laptop. Her smile disappears. About what? About Marcus and Tyler. And the $2,800 you spent from our joint account on hotels and Plan B pills and the gonorrhea diagnosis you hid from me. I watched her cycle through every stage. I do not know what you are talking about. I turned the laptop toward her. Bank statements filled the screen. Those could be anything. You are misunderstanding. You went through my private things. You invaded my privacy. This is financial abuse. You are controlling me. Our joint account is not private, Rebecca. And you violated my health by potentially exposing me to disease. Nothing physical happened with Marcus. We are just friends. We just hang out. I showed her the hotel charges. 3 of them. Her face went red. Okay, fine. We hooked up a couple times. But it was just physical. It did not mean anything. It is not like I have feelings for him. You spent $2,800 of our money on just physical. You were always busy with work. You never made time for me. You made me feel alone. What was I supposed to do? Break up with me, communicate, go to counseling, not cheat and expose me to sexually transmitted diseases. She switched tactics, her eyes filled with tears. You are right. You are totally right. I messed up so badly. I am so sorry. I will do anything. Therapy, counseling, whatever you need. Please do not leave me. I love you. You got tested 5 weeks ago. You knew you had gonorrhea. You never told me. The tears stopped. Her expression went cold. You know what? Fuck you. They actually cared about me. They made me feel special and wanted. You are boring. You are a pushover. Honestly, I settled for you. Then, why are you begging me not to leave? She started pacing, hands shaking. You do not get it. Marcus does not actually want a relationship. Tyler is just messing around. They are not. You are the one who is supposed to be there for me. I was there for you for 3 years. While you were fucking other guys in hotel rooms I paid for, it was not like that. You exposed me to a disease and said nothing. What if I had given it to someone else? What if we had kept having sex before you suddenly decided to stop? But we did not. You are fine. I did not know that. You stole that choice from me. You could have destroyed my health. And you just did not care. Her face crumpled. But I am done falling for the manipulation. Because she is spiraling now. Rage and panic mixing. You cannot just leave. If you leave me, I will tell everyone you hurt me. I will tell your family, your co-workers, everyone that you abused me. I will fucking destroy your life. You have no idea what I can do. I pulled out my phone, stopped the recording, played back the last minute. Her face went completely pale. I have documented everything, Rebecca, every transaction, every message I saw on your tablet, your test results, and this entire conversation. I already talked to a lawyer. You are not threatening me into staying in this relationship. My phone started buzzing. Her friends, Ashley, Nina, and Kayla, blowing up my messages. Ashley, you are an asshole for abandoning her when she needs you. Nina, she made mistakes. Nobody is perfect. Grow up. Kayla, she should have left your boring ass months ago. You are controlling. I screenshot all of them, texted the group. You all knew she was cheating, did you not? Silence for 3 minutes. Then Kayla responds. She deserved to be happy. There it is. They knew everything. Encouraged it. probably covered for her. Rebecca still staring at my phone in my hand. Realizing her last card just got burned, where are you even going to go? This is our apartment. I am paying full rent, Rebecca. The lease is in both names. But I am the one with good credit and stable income. I already spoke to the landlord. You can either cover full rent yourself, find a roommate, or move out. I do not care which. I am done. You cannot do this to me. Watch me. I stayed with my friend Aaron for a week while looking for apartments. Rebecca tried everything, crying voicemails that shifted from apologetic to furious to threatening, and back she showed up at my work twice. Until HR had her removed, she sent her sister to talk to me. But I politely declined through text. I went fully no contact except through my lawyer regarding the joint account and lease. Found a studio apartment on the other side of town within 10 days. Rent is higher since I am covering it alone, not splitting anything. But it is worth every cent. No more walking on eggshells, no more lies, just peace. 2.5 months after leaving, I went back to Dr. Martinez's office for the final STD retest, the one that accounts for all window periods and confirms whether I am actually in the clear. I sat in the waiting room, probably looking like I was going to faint. This was it. The moment that would tell me if I actually dodged the bullet or if I had been exposed despite the dry spell. Dr. Martinez came in with my results. Everything is negative. Completely clean across the board. I sat in my car in the parking lot afterward and just breathed. Actually breathed for what felt like the first time in months. I dodged it by trusting my gut, refusing to ignore warning signs, standing firm about testing, and cutting contact when she showed symptoms. I protected myself. If I had been the chill boyfriend who did not ask questions, who did not check finances, who just trusted blindly, I would probably be dealing with treatment right now, and wondering who else she exposed me to. My lawyer sent Rebecca a formal demand letter for the $2,847,630 spent on her affairs, plus half the security deposit. Since I was breaking the lease early, she fought it at first, threatened to countersue for harassment. But when my lawyer mentioned the documented evidence, the recording of her threats and potential small claims court, she paid up. Took her 4 months in payments, but every dollar came back. The social fallout happened without me doing anything. Marcus's girlfriend found out somehow. Mutual friends overlap in strange ways. She dumped him immediately. Tyler turned out to have a fiancé. His fiancé discovered everything when she saw his phone. Engagement ended. Rebecca's friend group fell apart. Apparently, Nina did not know the full extent, thought it was one mistake, not multiple ongoing affairs. When the real details came out, she cut Rebecca off. I did not feel good about the chaos exactly, but I did not feel bad either. Actions have consequences. 5 months out now. Here is where I am at. Started therapy to process the betrayal and rebuild trust in my own judgment. Turns out, getting manipulated for months messes with your head. I got a promotion at work. My manager actually mentioned my performance had noticeably improved. I did not realize how distracted and exhausted I had been while with Rebecca. Reconnected with high school friends I lost touch with. Joined a martial arts gym, started actually having hobbies again. Instead of spending every evening wondering why my girlfriend was glued to her phone, I am casually seeing people now taking it very slow, being extremely careful. First date, I pay attention to how they talk about past relationships. Second date, I notice how they handle their phone around me. Third date, I am watching for respect and honesty. Maybe I am paranoid now, or maybe I just learned to listen when something feels wrong. The win is not just that I dodged the STD, though that is huge. It is that I trusted myself. When someone I loved was telling me I was crazy, I gathered evidence. Instead of reacting emotionally, I protected my health, my finances, and my future. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I ignored the signs, if I had been the guy who did not want to seem controlling by asking questions. I would probably still be with her, probably infected by now, definitely still funding her affairs, while being called paranoid whenever I expressed concern. Instead, I am in my own place, healthy, financially stable, building real friendships, learning to trust people again, slowly, working on myself in therapy, actually excited about life, instead of dreading coming home. 5 months ago, I thought my relationship was solid, and my life was on track. Turned out I was funding someone else's double life, while slowly being destroyed by manipulation. Now I am single, clean, and learning that being alone is infinitely better than being with someone who makes you feel crazy. For noticing the truth. That is the biggest win of all.